G'day folks, Parkera here and welcome to another game we're going to have a look at. Today we are looking at Moviehouse. Another game via Keymailer. I want to thank the publishers and developers for providing me with this key for free. So what we're going to do is have a look into it. Now, just before I jump in, I have, unlike some of the other Let's Looks at, I actually have had a look at this downstairs on my laptop. Just thought I'd potter around for maybe, I don't know, 20 minutes, something like that, just see what the basics is like, go through the tutorial sort of thing. And 6.5 hours later, yeah, it's one of those games that you can just lose yourself in. So it's quite good. I have gone through and changed some of the options down to lower the music and things like that. It's just, I'm not too sure in terms of what is going to happen with, you know how a YouTuber can be, but it's just a little bit down there. And the settings are pretty much basic. You've got those basic audio there and interface settings there. So let's look into it. And now, just before, has been a patch release a few days ago which dealt with a couple of issues. One I ran into was just if you ever get a bank loan, the prompt would never go away to pay that off. Now that looks like it has been resolved in my last playthrough. So let's get into the game. Now I'm not going to turn the tutorial on, but we'll just go through. So welcome to Lock. Cameras are ready to roll. We'll be taking a journey through some of the most exciting decades of filmmaking, starting right now in the 80s. You'll be in charge of writing scripts, producing movies, and don't forget to keep the finances in check. Alright, so let's just go. We've got to create our, we're going to turn the tutorial off, and our company is going to be called Parkera Pictures. If I can spell that right, yes, and we're going to go for the line just because I'm a Leo. It'd be nice if you could upload your own logo. Okay, then let's continue with that. So we're starting off here, ready to rock and roll. So we've got, this is the small lot that you start off with. I'm just going to go through. At the top you've got the date here, 1 year, 1 month. Speed controls, this is your bank balance. Any calendar events coming up. On the top left here we've got our research, we've got fans, other companies, and cards that we can play. Down the bottom we've also got industry news, back catalogue, financial overview, and industry overview. So let's just get stuck in today. So for starters, we need to get a script writer. So we're going to hire a writer there by clicking on the trailer, and we've got a few. So now they have skills in skills in creativity and craft. So let's just see. 7/7 is a nice balance. 10/5, that's craft, but very creative. This price is, I mean, he's not the cheapest, but a 6/7 is not too bad. I think what I'm going to do is go with the 7/7, just because it gives me a nice little balance to start off, and it's kind of something I like to go for to start with. So let's hire Jim, and now he's idle. So, and then a pop-up comes through, some breaking industry news at the time. So launched only a few years ago, the videotape player has brought movies to the living room. Some experts claim that videotape might even replace cinemas. Imagine that. And to this day, it still hasn't, thankfully. All right, let's go. Just file that away. Oops. Just file that away there. Okay, so Jim, we've just lost some wages there for Jim. We need to get you started, buddy. So we're going to click on the trailer here. We're going to ask Jim to produce a new script. So this is random. When you first start a new game, what sort of genres of that you already kind of have. So we need to, sometimes it's some good ones. So romance or adventure. I'm going to click on adventure, and let's continue this as well. Sorry, we need to create a title. So what I usually just like to do, I'm not that imaginative, just random. Breathe the clouds, child of the North Sea, hunt the dust. Let's have a look. What are we doing in an adventure? Okay, travelers on the road. That sounds like a decent... Okay, so we've got a choice here of development speed. We can just do a rush job, keep with the standard, or take a lot more time. We're going to just keep with the standard here. Continue. Here we need to choose our writers. We've only got Jim at the moment. And let's develop. So as he develops and scripts and things, we'll get little prompts that we need to just follow up on for him. So like now, you can see it's popped up here, and he's got a tick next to his profile picture there. We can just click on his face. And it's just going to ask us, you know, go through a little bit of plots. Now these little kind of cards you can see here, it's not researched yet. You eventually can get more, you know, as you get more cards, which comes through up here as you progress. Yeah, you'll get points. So you'll see shortly these up here for the movie. They get added to by the skills of the script writer or producer. So let's try and find a plot for the story. So it's Travelers on the Road. So our setting, I think, you know, casino. I think that works quite well. Now if I click on here again, it's not going to let us. So a hero and a villain. So we want to check a hero. Let's see. I think the hero can be a troubled teenager, and the villain can be some bumbling thieves at the casino. That sounds quite cool. Okay, and then we just go complete, and he'll just do his work, and you'll see now as he's working through those little boops, they'll go up to there. There's a lot of games like this that do that as they're developing and writing scripts or making stuff. You know, it kind of filters into their adds into the movie or whatever it is they're producing. There's a lot of games there. Game Dev Masters is another game which uses that as well, which is another game. Another game I have showcased. Check out the link down below or up on the screen. I'll put a link to that playlist. So here's just going to go on. We'll just keep time flowing because it's not going to take long. So he's now finished. You can see productions there. That Travelers on the Road is done. Okay, so we don't have a producer right now, but he is done. He's you know, it's not bored, but it's all been done and dusted. We'll click on here now, and as soon as it just give us a, you know, an overview. So it became a 9 of 9. No script traits or anything, but he's learned, you know, learned a new genre there, which was adventure. And you can see we've got to earn research points, which is over here, which helps unlock different things in the movie, from different genres to saving costs and things like that. And he's a level 1 going towards 2, and he's learned a little bit of the adventure as well. So that's pretty cool. So we go complete now. That is being done. Excellent. Now we haven't got a producer. We need to get a producer done so we can make maybe get some movies started. So what we're going to do is with Jim, I'm actually going to get him to start a new script in romance. All right, we're going to just do that. Grey Passion Starbird full game. The Dream of Affection. That sounds like a romancy sort of thing title. So we'll get him to continue doing that. We're going to do again standard speed, and of course we only have the one. Now until we get a bigger studio, you can only have one writer and one producer. Okay. So Jim's working away there. While Jim works away, however, I'm going to click on this little box here, and we're going to hire a director. So let's have a look at our options here. Again, now Jim's still working in the background there. That's pretty cool. Again, looking at sort of a balance for me. 9 6 7 6 9 6 5 9 7 6. I do quite like the 9 though, because 9's in creativity and craft. So what we do is, I am tempted to go, you know, let's get a female director. Although this Carl is pretty cheap. At the moment, I want to save on costs. So we are going to just take the hit. We'll go for 7-6 in Carl. So welcome aboard, Carl. You are hired. So Jim is still working on the Dream of Affection. But we've got a movie in the bag, as you can tell. Travelers on the Road. So let's have a look at what Jim wants first, because he's got the notification come up. Okay, so this is a romance movie or short film or however it is that we start. So do we have a moon base, a casino again? You know, maybe some soppy romance in the university. Oh, who's going to be the hero? Is going to be an office worker in a university. Let's just say it's the office admin at the university, and they're going to take on their ex. Oh, that's the way to go. All right. So Jim's working. Carl's still a bit learning. What are we doing here, folks? So again, I'm going to click on. We can click on the box or up here. Just highlight that, and we can produce a movie. So Travelers on the Road, and if there's any prerequisites or whatever on what needs to be on the movie, it's going to tell you here. So far, it's just an adventure movie, simple, and it's just going to be a short film. So let's click on that. Our budget is locked at a short film, 15k, so there's no changes here at this stage. So continue that, no sorrow. And we just want to do a 58-day standard. And a director, I want a Carl. And producer. So he'll do that. He'll get things pop up as we go along to do bits and pieces of the movie. So it's quite cool. And you can see now Travellers on the Road has changed to like a movie icon to show where it's going. Okay, you can get rid of those after a while, but I believe once it's been kind of produced in that. So Carl's wanting our attention again. So let's have a look and see what Carl does. Okay, so we're looking at the casting budget here. So we can change from a C to a D. I'm going to stick with D because it's cheaper, and we can also, if we want to, we can manipulate this by just going a bit more. So default, and then we can change it. So we're going to stick with default. I think with this first movie out the rank, we're just going to stay with a 5k. I don't want to waste all my money, so start casting. Now there is loans in this game. They're very just straightforward. Bank gives you a loan sort of thing. The financial aspects of the game are not really in detail. Like you don't get a spreadsheet as such. So again, Carl is back straight at us because he's now gone through and found some casting call. We've got some supporting and leading actors to find. So we've only got 2. So let's have a look at who we've got. So we've got Etta Santiago here. She's a cash strap. So if we hire her, we'll get a refund of 10%. If we get Robert here, if he's cast as a supporting actor, the director happiness is -5. So what we're going to do here, he's 450 fans. He's got 12 and 7 as well. And what's this one there? So we'll go with Robert. Let's see if supporting. So yeah, it will come back as supporter anyway. So that's pretty good. And for a while, until we change the budget and things, we will only really have these 2 as an option going forward. But that's fine. You got to start out small, right? Okay, so things are getting done. A Dream of Affection is almost over. It's almost, the script is going to be written, so that's cool. So Carl just wants us at the moment, so we'll just see how Carl wants. And this is for our production budget. So you can just do the sliders. Now some movies, once they've come out, and we may see it after A Dream of Affection, they will require, say, for example, that you must allocate 50% of your budget to like special effects and props. And this is where you would do that. So I think we'll just keep it as is. Props and effects, it's just a straightforward default there. No worries. So continue for that. Excellent. And let's go and check out Jim. Our script is completed. Woo! He's got a new best for those, which is no problem. So no special traits that we have to worry about. Makes it quite easy to begin with production. And again, he's unlocked the romance genre, or he's got leveled up on that. He's gone a bit further progress to level 1, and he's going a bit more forward to level 2 there and romance. So that's really good. So he's good to go. Carl's still going. So what we're going to do, we're going to spend 15k here. I'm going to just, he's got we can't train yet, sorry. So let's get Carl doing one more thing. Because it's important for us to get things. I'm going to go for another adventure. Let's see how we go. Crows ride high, eagles flight. Keep the road. Oh, cubs on the road, defeat the ground. Traveller's Tale, I like that. Again, standard and standard. So a lot of this is repetitive. It does one of those sort of games, but you level up as you go. Things change as you get bigger and you get more research. Once we get the research going, we're going to unlock more things that will give Jim more options, Carl more options. And again, you can see Dream of Affection is done, so it's in the script page there. So that's quite cool. Travellers on the Road is being done. So Jim wants our attention. So let's see what Jim wants. Again, getting the plot. So this is an adventure, a Traveller's Tale. I think we'll just do a Chinatown setting. Let's have a hero of, the washed up hero. And what's the villain? The boss. The boss is going to be the villain. The boss of Chinatown. Alright. And so that's it. Jim's working on that as well. Carl's still working on the movie. And you can see both of them are adding in their different respective points to add into the movie being produced, the script being written, like I said. So we'll let that go through. Okay, so Carl is wanting some attention here, letting us know. Oh, some of these things pop up. Trouble on the set. Alright, so director needs our help. We need to fill the background with actors with non-speaking roles, but everybody has forgotten how. I quite like that. It's like, huh? So you get a choice. You can hire an expert, or you can just click on what you think is better. So we're going to cast extras, which, yep, but sweet ass. So Carl, get Carl doing the extras there. We're losing, money is for the wages at the stage. It's not too bad. If I click on there, which will give me this financial. So this is how basic is financial, and they're all just color coded. So movies, obviously, we're making a loss in the movie at the moment because we're producing it, so we've got costs and also the employers. Now, Carl wants us again, so let's have a look. Should be done. The movie is ready to rock and roll. Okay, 13 and 12. Excellent. So he learnt the new genre. Okay, and again, the same sort of things appear. The level towards research, his leveling up, and his skills on adventure. Now, this has a movie trait of a character. So casting budget call refund of 10%. So remember when we hired that female actress, it was part of her thing. So that's what we got there with a character. So we got a 10% refund on the budget for the casting there. So that was quite cool. So we're going to complete now. And Roger Dodger, Carl is a bit on his hands. I do believe we have another movie that we can be produced. So let's set up Carl to produce a Dream of Fiction. Again, we're going to stick with the same short film. We're going to do the same deal here. It's pretty straightforward. And, especially you don't have many options. But what we can now, everybody is working. Let's click on the trailer and distribute a movie. So what we can do is we can select that to be distributed. And then nothing's come up because no one knows of us. So what we're going to do is going to open the festival calendar here. Okay, we're going to put it in the short film festival. We're going to enter Travelers on the Road, and that will it's going to go to the film fest. Okay, so Jim, what do you want, Jim? He wants us to show us the final script for this. All right, so this has got a massive scope trait. This is the first movie script that's got a trait associated. So just hover over and you can see the massive script is fit for multiple movies. So it goes for the appeal. A sophisticated audience will have a plus 15% appeal, but general and lowbrow audiences will have some negatives to the appeal of it. But again, you can see Jim's making more progress towards level 2. He's made a good progress on adventure here as well, so he can complete that. He is ready to rock and roll. How is Jim looking? Click on there. He's a little bit exhausted. It's not too bad, but you know what we're going to do is just give him a bit of a vacation. Carl is wanting our attention here for the casting budget. So I want to see if we can get a little bit more people. So we're going to push that budget to 10k and just see if it allows us to get a couple of more or even one more actor or actress. So we'll start on the casting call. We can now unlock research, however. So click on that tab, or you can click up here and it gives us, we've only got one research point, but we can do studio upgrades. So we can click on that. All right. And now we are a minor studio and we need to get to a mini major studio. And these are some of the things that you go towards to get to the next stage, which is upgrading. Basically, it gets from this small little studio lot to a bigger one. And it gives you some criteria. Awesome. Okay. So Carl is wanting our attention. Now let's have a look and see if we can have, no, so we've still got the same options. So we're kind of restricted in a sense because by casting Robert as the main actor, it's going to, again, if we don't cast him, the director's going to get unhappy. So I'm just going to go back here. What's the Dream of Affection? Sometimes it'd be quite good if you could, if they had a screen or like a tab, you could see some of the things that were scripted and created in terms of like who the villain was and who the hero was and the setting. It doesn't really give you anything after it's been done into script. So there's kind of, I don't know if you would say limitations, but something that's being requested. It would be quite a nice addition. But what we're going to do, okay, so just to keep things going again, we're going to set Robert as the lead and Ita as the supporter. Excellent. And we've still got our movie still in the festival. And now at the festival, the judges would like to learn more about our film. So what are we going to highlight? Well, we're going to highlight the story. I could praise the actors, but I don't think their level's high enough. So let's highlight the story and just see if that helps us there. Jim's on vacation. Alright, so this fella's just come up and said, because we've unlocked studio upgrades. Okay, so as an upcoming studio, there's so much more to do. Let's see what's up next. Yep, cool. And I've also, like I said, we've clicked on that, right? And we can just do these and they give us little bits when they're ready. So we need, Carl needs our attention, but before we go to see Carl, let's go and have a look at the Short Film Festival. This has now popped up like this. It means this festival is kind of ready to rock and roll. Click on Short. There's our movie. It's got 3 stars. Lovely. Finished first in the Short Film Festival. So we've got an extra 35 buzz and an extra 62 fans. Very nice. I'm happy with that. So that's got a bit of attention there. So what we're going to do is again click on there and we're going to distribute this movie now. We should be ready to rock and roll. Click on that. Continue. Now we get a choice here. Now when I first started playing this, I was just looking at the money and go, oh yeah, 57 is better. But there's a minus. Yeah. So we're going to go for on microfilm distribution. We're going to just click on this one here. You don't have any say, or you don't have it at this stage that I know of. I don't know if it unlocks something further on in the game. You just don't have a choice on what the poster kind of looks like. So we'll distribute that, and it's going to be giving us a review summary here. So you can read through these if you want, but 6 out of 10, 8 out of 10, and 8 out of 10. Very nice. And then audience overview. Not too bad. So you can see, like I said, there's got 3 categories of audience. We've got the sophisticated, general, and lowbrow. And then just how much did the story match the genre. So we can kind of like a down arrow in the casino and the trouble team. But they like the fact that the bumbling thieves were the villain. Okay, any more remarks there? So let's continue with that. Excellent. Now let's go to Carl before it gets too late. Again, budget. There was no set criteria that I have to concern myself, so we're going to just continue with that. Right now Jim is back from holiday and he's got that. We now have the ability, if we can click on Jim, to sooner enough, we haven't unlocked it yet, or eventually we will have the ability to train. So we're going to get a new script gun, and let's get another romance movie, Summer of Desire. I'm going to do the same standard, and we're going to go Jim. Help me out, buddy. So again, like I said, in these early days, it's the same director, it's the same writer. You know, you can't hire any more or a new one unless you fire him, things like that. Okay, so just keep things in life. It can get repetitive, but as you go forward, you do get more chances. Okay, so it's a romance novel. So I think we'll go to a newer city. Okay, let's go to the hero being a gunslinger, no, office worker, and let's have a look at the villain. A friendly rival could be, no, a killer. Let's go for a killer and see how that pans out. All right, so that's just gonna, toddle along. So I'll just take a big cut here and we'll come back to you when something else pops up. Go and have a look at what Carl wants. Okay, someone's forgotten how to do character viewpoints. Okay, so show the scene from a character's point of view. So we'll use the point of view shot. Everyone knows those point of view movies. Alright, looks like Jim's almost going to be complete, and the movie itself ain't far away. Alright, Jim, what do you need to do, buddy? We need to get the script settings done. Alright. So 2 new bests, we get that, but no script traits. So it's going to be a straightforward, simple movie to make with no additions needed. But yeah, he's making progress. So it's cool. We're going to complete him and that. Okay. And Jim is just... I'm going to leave Jim idle for a little bit. Okay, now let's have a look at Carl. Again, because of that actor being hired, we've got the character trait there of a refund in the budgets, which helps. Again, new genre 1.5, good research, and he's just leveled up on a romance movie. So that's brilliant. Alright, so Dreams of Affection is done as well, and both guys are idle. We, however, have a new research point, which allows us employee management. Okay, so now we can teach our employees a thing or two. We can just click on them and train them to specialize their skills. Alright, so what we're going to do with Jim, we can do that. So we can train him. I wish they didn't go too far. And then we can press manage as well. Still kind of wondering what this is about because there's some positives and negatives. So we can see here he's got 3 points. that we can put into these different categories. So he's got an art focus, which will give him extra 15% in creativity and craft. So we'll just give him those 2 for now. And what we do is we've got 2 movie scripts ready to rock and roll. So we'll take this opportunity to train him. So we can train him just in craft or creativity, or kind of like a decent balance of both. I'm going to give the balance of both. I quite like that. It's going to cost us 15k. So let's look at Carl, and let's have a look at managing Carl and see what he's got. It's only got 1 point, so let's just chuck in once on budget. It's going to save us 15% there as well. I don't want to train him though, because he's got some movies that we do still need to produce. So, and that's going to be money. So we're going to go for Traveller's Tale. Now, remember, this is a massive scope, so it's going to be really appealing to the sophisticated audience, but the general know-how, not so much. However, let's get it done anyway, and we'll set a short film budget and nothing again. Click, click, yeah, get it done. Okay, Jim's training, Carl's doing his bits and pieces. We should have a movie that's ready to be distributed. Let's see if we can just straight away distribute it. No, fair enough. Again, we are still relatively unknown. So we're going to enter the movie in that short film category for the Film Fest to hopefully give us a little bit more buzz. You can see up here that we've got 332 fans that like us. Not much at the moment. We can't do anything with that. These will slowly unlock as we research them and we get to certain levels. Okay, so we're going to stick with the deal thing. No change in the casting budget. And we'll get that. We lost 10k, of course, but you can see here we've gained 18 buzz, which is quite cool as well. You know, we're at the film festival here. Things are going. We've already got a movie that's been done. Right, so at the festival, they want to learn about part of the film that we're most proud of. Oh, wow. I think, let's see what happens when we praise the actors in this one. So Carl wants attention. Okay, so again, I think we're going to be pretty much, yeah. It's going to be Robert and it's going to be Etta. Cool. Let's just have a look. I believe it's this one here. We can have a look at our back catalogue. And we can see that with Travellers on the Road, it gained a 7 out of 10 critics, a B+ audience, and it gave us 1.72k fans. And it cost, who wrote it, who directed it, the actors, and it cost us 5k. All right. So Carl, let's have attention here. Again, the budget. We didn't have anything for the budget that was requested. We're going to just keep it simple. Okay, so cool. Dream of Affection. Here's ready to rock and roll. Let's see how that went at the movie festival. So it only ranked 5th. It gave us only 93 fans and 39 buzz, but still, we're going to still help to there. So what we can do now, we should be able to distribute this. Okay, and we can do. Oh, we want to put it on 63, and just. I don't know why you would choose this, because that to me is a minus, and from what I understand, I don't know why you would choose that, but I guess it's a percentage you're giving up of. Yeah, okay, so that's straight cash offer. That's a percentage of the distribution rights. So I guess we are giving up the rights. So yeah, we just want to distribute first of all. And again, we get the fast reviews. So a good couple of 7s out of 10 and a 6 out of 10. Not too bad. All right, and we can see what the audience is like. Sophisticated B minuses and an A+. It's not too bad. They like the university setting and they like the X. They weren't too hot on the office worker, fair enough, but they thought the complexity was handled well by the director, and they complemented each other to the actors. So that's cool. So that's another movie in the bag. So this is what you do. Okay, this is what you do. So let's get these sorted. Jim, I'm gonna. Okay, I want a new script. Actually, I don't know if I want a new script. I'm quite. We've got one more script in the bag. Yeah, okay, so let's get another adventure script done. Over the Arctic. We'll just step this out here and just go there. Cool. Carl. Okay, so production is complete. Excellent. So we got, okay, so the character, Okay, so we got the bonus there because we chose through Carl when we did that change there. So he's got a little bit of the refund there in the production budget, as well as from the character of one of the actors. Now the massive scope, remember that was another trait to this as well. But yeah, new best. I mean, you're going to get those a lot when you start leveling up, the movies, because new targets, right? You only start out with nothing. So again, he's making decent progress. Excellent. I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, now let's go and do another short film festival, and let's enter in Traveller's Tale. Excellent. Okay, Jim wants a bit of direction on this one. So it's over the Arctic on a riverboat, or spaceship, or space station. Can we? Yeah, exactly. So until you get some certain cards, you can change things up. But okay, let's get it. I think the riverboat. The hero is going to be a gentle giant, and an iceberg can be the villain. That works so well. Iceberg, riverboat, yeah, Arctic. Let's do that. See how it works out for us, huh? All right. So Jim's doing his bit. Carl's a bit. There's a bit of exhaustion. Let's give him a bit of training. However, again, I'm going to give him a bit of both. Alright, so this is all you do. It's just, it is in a way, rinse and repeat for a while. You level up, you can hire another writer, you can hire another director, you get a bigger studio lot. We haven't unlocked crew management yet, so I'm kind of hoping we can do that shortly. Okay, so Traveller's Tales obviously is there, and Over the Arctic Summer Desire is a script. We're making a little bit of buzz, and we've got some offers coming out too, which is great. And we are competing at the film festival. So I'll skip ahead until something happens. Alright, so the short film's ready to rock and roll on the festival there. Now I've noticed this sometimes. For some reason it doesn't show up here. It doesn't show as if you've entered. So I think that's a little bit of a bug. But we should hopefully be able to distribute it though. Try that. No, see, like I said, it is a little bit of a bug in this I've found, and because we've done it and it didn't kind of register, we can't do it for another 37 days. So look, what I'm going to do is we want to get out there though. We are going to spend 25k to see if we can approach any distributors there, and we're going to get, I will go for 121k for that. Okay, we'll get just a solid bank balance as well. Crappy movie, okay, fair enough. But again, with that film festival bug doesn't help as well, so that's okay. I mean, it is what it is there, so that's cool. Jim wants a little bit of guidance. Again, we've got that massive scope, and again with just the levels going up there too. So we've got training for Carl. We do have upgrades there. This is what I want to try and do now. So crew management. Hopefully this is what it will do. It unlocks the ability to get crew that we can go and do location scouting, build a back lot, or build props. So this is kind of what I was hoping we can do. Okay, so that's cool. So what we're going to do now is we're going to hire a crew for 5 days. I'm going to send Jim. Come on, babe. We've got 3 there, so we're going to give him. Let's see, discipline training will give him less writing time. That's cool. He'll give stinks of structure. We'll add craft and points by plus 25%, and a day job. See, these two, it says you can swap, but it doesn't. A day job is alright, good writing time, unhappiness when working, and then you get the right time. But with the artistic vision, you also get collaborative writing bonus and this. So I'll leave those for now. I think we'll go production time as well for him, and I'm going to send him off for a bit more training for 15k. Pretty straightforward. Carl is back as well. We're going to just give him a vacation, and then we're going to show you this, and then we will leave it here. So we've got a crew. We hired a crew for 5k. It does then go up as you want to hire more crew. So what we can do, we can I'll click on each one tab, and it will bring up a little prompt that you can read if you want. Okay, so using the props department. Alright, so you can just basically click on 3 of these, and then you can just create, and they'll go and create a prop. We can go to Studio Backlot. Again, okay, you can just have pause and read that. It's just going to allow us to create backlots for our movie studio, and you know, for the price it will tell you here once you've done it, or location scouting. And I like location scouting. We're going to go and see what we can find in the suburbs, if you like. We're off doing that, okay? And we don't have any studio upgrades yet that are ready for us, but we should hopefully eventually get there anyway. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that is the game in a nutshell. There is obviously, you can progress, you can expand. Like I said, downstairs on my laptop, I've got to like expansion level 2, and it's yeah, it's pretty good. I enjoy the game for what it is. Like I said, I lost 6.5 hours just toddling around and playing around. There's a good support there, so if you're interested in this, go check it out. Again, thanks to the developers, publishers, for sending me this key for free. Really do appreciate it. I am Pakira as always, and if you'd like to see more of this, let me know, and I might do a one-off or something we can stream. But this is the first look at for this game, and it's a brilliant game, like I said. So until next time, I am Pakira. Take care of yourselves and each other. Kia kaha.